Okay, good morning all, and I thought I would have a go at unboxing the new miniatures from Spartan Games. These are basically the tiny robots for the Prussian Scandinavia force, which is a booster force for your Prussian Empire. So these, you can basically use them as an add-on to your Prussians. They're a slightly different faction, but they have like major allies, minor allies in the new Storm of Steel campaign setting. So let's have a look inside the box. Nice little clam pack's quite easy to open. So the first thing we come across when we open the packet is our stat card for our force, which is, see if I can get this to focus. It's not particularly very good because the light's a bit naff in this room, but essentially they are a small class robot, pretty good attack rating to be honest. So they've got two cannons, one in the left arm, one in the right arm, and they move pretty quick, pretty average for a small class model in this game. So on the back of our card we have our MARs. Unfortunately you can't quite make out the text because of the colour of the background. Camera can't quite pick it up, so basically on here tells you how much can be spent on this model in your force. It's basically the same text at the top of every card for dystopian wars for your different types of models. Also it tells you the arcs for your cannons as well. And it's got some MARs, which are pretty good for the small class models that they have. Basically it's fearless, so it doesn't suffer any bravery tests because it's a robot. It has ferocity, so pretty good with that. But its main advantage, which I think I might be getting a couple more stabs of these, is its jettison damage ability, which allows it, if it takes a DR point of if it takes a whole point of damage, it can then jettison that damage, and then basically heal itself back up. But it does suffer a minus for doing that. It makes it easier to damage, and with it only being DR4, it makes it DR3 if it does jettison its damage. Hulking, not bad, means it's easily targeted because it's taller than its actual size class, but it means it can shoot over certain things as well. This limited availability and minor resource is something that applies to the campaign book. It means you can only have 500 points of these in your army. If you're playing the Prussian Empire, you can only have 500 points of these things in your fleet at any time, and it's obviously a small target because it's a small robot. So pretty quick overrun of its stats there. So next thing we come across in our bag is our bases for our figures, which is a bit weird because usually Spartan mould their figures to these token bases, but for some strange reason they've decided not to in this case. Probably because of the detail of the little metal models. But these are the same as what comes with your tiny land-based tanks, like the Terriers for the Brits, the Weasels for the Prussians, etc, etc. So basically you glue these guys to these bases, two to a base, so you get 6 bases in there because there's 12 robots in the set. And these are made out of resin. Got our piece of sponge protecting our metal minis. And we have our little metal models then. So you can quite see that because it's quite detailed mini. But there is quite a phenomenal amount of detail on these considering they are so small. Quite a lot of flash to clean up on some of them because they're all in slightly different poses. You've got this guy who's sort of like legs together and there's a big amount of flash between his legs. Right there, it's quite small. Trying to pick these things up is quite difficult, but basically you stick 2 of these to a base and there you go. That's next time you'll see these is when I've got them built and primed. So, thank you for watching and happy wargaming.